folks, and welcome back. 2 videos in one day. You'll be wondering what's going on. I forgot to bring these to my haul video yesterday. I went out and I seen my wee collector lady, the lady that if she picks up wee nice things or whatever, she gives me a shout and lets me know. Anyway, I've showed you that I've got these cards. I've got quite a few of them, all different kinds. I'll show you. Remember the cigarette cards and the ice cream cards? That's all ancient royal family, that is. All those ones. Charles I, Henry III. UK royals, I hasten to add. And look, old film stars, etc. I've got some fish somewhere. And what's this I've got? Take corners carefully. These are like public announcement ones. Getting out of the tram lines. You know, they're real old. I love them. I've done a couple of things with them. I made some banners like these. That's upside down. And I made a King Henry one. I think it's in one of my older videos as well. Anyway, I quite like these. There's old film stars ones as well. And she knows that I like them. I like them for different things. I've gifted some of them. And I've just made some projects with some of them. So, she gave me a shout and said she had some more in. So, I went to see her and I got these ones. And I love these. These are all butterflies. Great British Swallowtail. Unfortunately, a lot of these butterflies are probably no longer in existence here. Great British Black Veined Brown. You know, and look at the detail that's at the background. There's some background printing in that. And you can make some lovely projects with them. Look how bright. I would keep that one for Halloween. With those colours. South America. See, that's a South American butterfly. South American one again. And they're brilliant. Look at that, is that not gorgeous? West African. Oh, it would have to be. It would have to be being that beautiful colour. See, Southeast Asia. British. The Indian Empire. That just looks like a jewel, doesn't it? Is that not stunning? That's a stunning colour. Centura Oak Blue. Anyway, that was the first one I got. I think there's about 50 in there. I'm not sure. There's about 50. And she had these other packs, and they were all wrapped up. And she says to me, they were wrapped up like this. She says, Caroline, I've got these other packs. She says, but I don't know what's in them. She says, and I don't want to open them because you know what it's like. Once they've been opened, they're opened, and they're no valuable or whatever anymore, and you don't get as much money for them when you sell them. Anyway, she said, I don't know what's in them. Do you want any of them? I says, aye, give me a wee look. So I picked some of them up, and I'm saying, must tell you somewhere what they are. And I turned it over, and I says to her, have you never seen the wee ticket here on them? And she says, no. I says, well, this one's Wonders of the Past. 50 cards for 1926. And this one's Lucky Charms. Year of issue 1923. Now she had some that were 1916 and she had others that were like 1909 or something. They were round about that age. I don't remember to be exact. But this one here, I love this one. This didn't have a date or anything on it or a time. It had a sticker on the back who's obviously been a supplier at one time, but it's been taken off. And I love these, and I don't think I'll get it back in this wee wrap here, but it doesn't matter. These ones look fairly new to me. I don't know if you can see them. Look, the card even feels new. What does it say here? Celebrated American Indian Chiefs. 1 pack in each box of 10 cigarettes. And it says, a nostalgia reprint. Allen and Ginter, Richmond in Virginia. And it gives you a load of all the different pictures that are in here. And I think every one of them's here by the look of that. Let me see what this last one is. This last one is Young Whirlwind, and he's the last name in the bottom of that card. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me click and make sure it's focused. Young Whirlwind. So there must be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 cards in here. Now, I know they're American Indian, and I know people say, oh no, you know, race and all the rest of it and things like that. Well, I have to say, I love this theme. I think every race should be celebrated for its own right. And I have to say, I have a lot of empathy and a lot of respect for American Indians. We've been to Florida quite a few occasions, and it's a big Seminole county, and we've done a load of the tours and things like that. The touristy things, but we've done a load of the off-route things as well. And I have to say, as a race, that they should be a much respected people. And I have every respect for them. Anyway, to get back to the crafting and off the politics, I'm not a political person. I have Native American stamps. I've got one stamp where it's a wolf's head and it's looking off into the distance. And I've got another one where it's the Apache wedding verse. And I have another one where it's an Indian brave standing on top of a hill. And it's just like a kind of silhouette scene. It's beautiful. My uncle loves cards made with that one. Look, they're just like watercolours. They're like wee tiny paintings. As I say, this is a reprint, and you can tell the difference between, let me show you. You can tell the difference between the old cards are, can you hear it? The old cards are rough. The new cards, there's nothing to them, they're smooth. The old cards have body, and you can tell that it's printed in old paper. Whereas these new ones, you can tell that they're definitely new method of printing and stuff. But anyway, they're still beautiful in their own right. Get back to my craft things. I've got quite a few things that I've picked up along the years. So, oi, I will do different projects with these. But I just thought I would come in here and show you. What is it? And these other ones, as I say, she said to me, I don't know what's in them, you can have a wee look, do you want any of them? I'm not sure what it is. And she didn't realise till I showed her that the names and whatever else was on them. That's going to annoy the life out of me. Yeah, I got it back in. How cool's that? So, this is going to be an unboxing, a review between you and I. Let's have a wee look. Now, it's obviously been a collector at one point, has had these and has taped them up and taken great care to make sure that these are obviously full sets. Got no fingernails left. My darling beloved has had me out the back door doing things with wood and shelves and nails and all sorts, and so now my nails are all, oh come on Caroline, you're getting on your own nerves. Here we go, here we go. So what did I say this one was? Lucky Charms. So your guess is as good as mine. Let's hope it's a good one. How pathetic is that, having to keep that wrapper intact? Right, it's got, I'm saying he because it's normally males that gather these things. There you go. Then he's got mount board on either side to keep them flat, which I have to say is an excellent idea. That wee bit of tape needs to come off of there. There you are. An arrowhead. Lucky Charms, and it tells you a bit about everything on the back. These Neolithic flint arrowheads were supposed in olden times to have been made by the fairies and were held in high esteem for their supposed magic powers. And then it goes on and on to say about elves and all that. But that's things that I would never have known anything like that. Grotesque figure. or the eye agate. That's quite a popular thing. See, when you go to Spain, you get a load of jewellery and key rings, and it's everywhere, that eye agate. So let's see what it says about it, because nobody ever tells you what it is. These eye stones were first worn for protection in the East, but afterwards the custom of wearing these charms spread to almost all countries. Well, it hasn't really spread to Scotland, it's only people that have been their holidays that bring them back. Implicit faith was placed in their reputed magical powers to guard the wearer from the dreaded influence of the evil eye. From the very earliest times, the imagined influence of the evil eye has struck terror into the hearts of the weak-minded, ignorant, and, do you know, if I put my specs on, I'd be able to see, superstitious. The uncanny effect of the eye is produced by cutting through the parallel bands or layers of different colours which form the agate. A lot of times now, though, they're made for glass, and it's just different coloured glass. They're made like a bullseye. I'm quite sure you have all seen them, because most people have either been gifted one or bought one at some point. The conch shell. But then the likes of that, I would never ever have thought an arrowhead was supposed to be made by fairies. There you, that could go in a fairy album. I bought a lot of the dies. The pink ones. I've got them up there. I'll show you them at the end of this. For the range. And I must say, the range dies, I commented on the Scottish Crafters videos last night. Used to be Sam's Creating Design. I've bought quite a lot of the pound dies through the range, and they're really good cutters. They cut well, and I've not had one that hasn't cut or has been a rubbish cut, or I've had to run it through a couple of times. They've all cut kind of first cut. That must be ancient Egyptian, surely. Yes, it is. Much importance was attached to this lucky talisman in Egypt. The Utchat, or eye. Then it goes on to tell you more about it. If you want to know anything about them or more about them, drop me a line and leave a comment or something. If there's something in particular you want to know, if I can read the back for you or let you know where it's from or whatever. Now that there, that looks like the enzyme that they use for medics. I'm sure it does. I'm sure that's what the medics use, the twisted snakes. There, it's not, is it going in there? Bipolar in exchange for the lira. I'm sitting there reading it to myself, so I'm not even talking to you. It's how ignorant. Anyway, there you are. There's a good look at all these. Oh, there's Pisces, the Fisher. I'm a Piscean. I'm born in February. How cool, it goes on to give you the star signs. Let me see. Is that the first one? Yes, it is. Turn them upside down. Pisces, the fishes. Aquarius, the water bearer. Capricorn, the goat. Sagittarius, obviously. Scorpio. Libra. Virgo. Leo. My boys are Leo, both of them. The fifth sign of the zodiac. My oldest boy is just a Leo. Taurus and Aries. So, there you are. You had a look at them the same as me. And she had a couple of other packs, and I was going to buy them as well. She had ones that were military based, like the flags and flags of the Union and flags of the Commonwealth and things like that. But I'm not really, as I said, I'm not a political person, so I'm not into all that. So I didn't buy them. And I didn't buy the militaria. Nothing to do with I'm not into it or anything. Because a lot of my family's served in the military, but it's no for crafting with. No for me, it's no for crafting with anyway, so I didn't buy them either. And a lot of times I buy these things just to look at them because I love them. I just love old things. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I got after I've showed you these as well. And again, it's nothing to do with politics, race or religion. It's just something that I liked and I bought. There you go. This old boy here, he's taking great care of these. He's loved these. Oh, what did I say this was? Wonders of the Past. The Colossus. I was watching a thing on Ancient Aliens the other day and it was all about the old monuments and how did they manage to make the, you know, the needle statues all the way across the globe when people weren't even travelling across the globe then. Sometimes it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Or is that just me? Sometimes I lie in my bed at night and contemplate my navel. That's just a thing that us Scots lassies say, I think. My mother always used to say that to me. Oh, just sit at peace and contemplate your navel. I think that means concentrating your belly button, but I'm not sure. That's a kind of rubbish my mother used to say. And most Scots people on here will say that your mother used to say to them, if you don't stop it, I'll make you laugh on the other side of your face. Stupid things like that. How can you laugh on the other end of your face? But anyway. The Parthenon, I would love to go and see these things. Statue of Zeus. Venus of Milo. That's another thing. The Romans came and conquered Britain, but they never ever conquered Scotland. They were feared from the painted warriors, from the Picts as we called us. And they never ever got up here and they built Hadrian's Wall to stop them, to stop us going down and rampaging their villages. And the Vikings, they did come here as well, but they didn't have much luck with us either. I think we were quite an antisocial race back then. I hope we've improved. I hope we've improved a lot. Right, look at these things now. I never bought these, as I said, I'm not political and I'm not religious at any sort, so don't think that I am. I bought these because look at that book. Is that book no just stunning? I'm sorry, I'm leaning here because my back's killing me. I love the way, look, it's all separated. It's been well loved and well worn over the years. I'm not going to show you the contents that's in it, but it's, look at the writing in the top. It's got signatures on the top, and this one's pretty, well, it has got numbers in it. It has got some numbers and totals and things in it. But look, you can't replicate that. I don't care what anybody says. And the smell is, oh gosh, the smell's amazing. It's the smell. I love the smell of these things. And see, when you use them in a project, you can't replicate that smell. See if they could bottle that smell. A crafter would be worth a fortune if they could bottle that smell. Anyway, look, it's just, see, it's just like an old bank book. This one is pretty much unused. So it's not as if it's giving away secrets of the person or anything like that, because they might not be 100 years old. And if it's less than 100, oh there you are, credit account for year 1980. So maybe that's why it's not really been used. What one was this? What age was this one? 1953. And she had a couple more of these. She had maybe half a dozen more. But then I thought, what would I use it for? I wouldn't use it for anything. Do you know, this is one of the keep me things and say, look what I've got type thing. Anyway, they were an absolute steal. I can't even believe how much I paid for them. But these were my favourite. Anyway, folks, as I said earlier on, it's an absolutely scorchy old day here. My wee darling beloved has been building a bar for the summer house. The summer house used to be my craft hut. That was my she shed. And I get booted out, ceremoniously booted out at the start of this year, and get put in the garage that was converted for my sons as a games room because they never used it really. My oldest son did, but he moved out, so. And the garage has got a coal fire, a log burner and things in it, so in the winter I can go out there and I can still go out and craft. I can still do my thing because it's got the log burner, so I'm quite happy out there. So my beloved, he's redoing the summer house for himself. He doesn't drink. Oh, what's my video out here? Oh, well over.